Hi, this is John, West Coast Connect. We reached out, spoke with Natalie the other day, promised this free video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things really short and sweet. Just want to show you 3 tips that you could do to really maximize your traffic online. So let me get started. You're doing a lot of good things here. Love the navigation menu on the side as well as the top. Pretty interesting. You don't see that a lot, so it definitely stands out. You have your click to call button right here. Some buttons to like the free quote and to see some of your work. So really, video slider here at the top. So a lot of stuff that you're doing that's pretty well in terms of getting conversions and stuff like that. The one thing I would say when I went through the site and you have your form submit at the bottom too, is that there's just not a ton of content here. And content is pretty important because it's what you get found for and it's what you potentially rank for. And looking at what you are ranking for, you're ranking for 149 keywords. Obviously, your name, you're doing really well. Re-roofing company, that's a national keyword. Not a ton of volume per month there, but you are on the first page, which is good. But I was looking for things like this is a really good buyer intent keyword. This roofing installation Coral Springs, depending on if you guys go into Fort Lauderdale or not, but those are buyer intent keywords that you really want to try to rank for, right? And there's 150 searches a month here. So if I wanted to rank for, say, roof installation Coral Springs, I would have that as a heading. I would have that somewhere within my content. I would even save an image as that keyword. So, instead of this, like your logo, for instance, being saved as logo, I would save that as, roofing Coral Springs or roof installation Coral Springs or what have you. So, having those keywords within your content really helps in getting you ranked and ranking faster and more efficiently. Uh, you know, Maybe location pages might help as well. So having pages for specific locations, whether that be Coral Springs, Fort Lauderdale, wherever you potentially do work and services, might potentially help in ranking for those specific cities and locations too. So that would be my first tip: is adding content, maybe some location pages that have those buyer intent keywords that are location specific. My second tip would just be to continue to build and grow this Google business profile. So, these are really useful in getting and pulling traffic to your site and looking at who's ranking in Coral Springs. Um, you know, Dean Justino, ABC Roofing Corp. I know that's like, oh, actually, that's a roofing contractor. Usually you see ABC and that's roofing supplies, but not in this case. But, you know, these can pull up to 40% of the traffic, so they can be very effective in getting uh, searches to your phone, to your website. And because everybody searches differently, you kind of want to put yourself in a position where you're getting traffic from a lot of different areas. These local ads, these Google guarantees are a great way. They're pretty useful and pretty good at conversions. They have a high conversion rate. Google ads, right? They get above the fold, and for people that click on the first thing they see, it's really it's a great thing to do the Google ads and Google local ads. And then a certain amount of people click on these Google business profiles because they want to see somebody local, and these first 3 that show up get that traffic, and then obviously organically as well. And how you build this up, there's a quite a few ways, but I'll give you 3 that are pretty important. Number 1 is reviews. You want as many 5-star reviews as possible, and there's a lot of different ways to get that. Reach out on at the end of the email, and I'll happily share a few ways that we've gone about things that have been pretty effective. Uh, you know, you your information needs to be pretty consistent throughout the web. So your website, your Yelp page, your Angie's List, Nextdoor, whatever websites you have, you want to make sure that all this information is pretty consistent. And because what Google doesn't want happening is they don't want people searching on different platforms and getting different information. So a lot of times we see hours vary and stuff like that. Like make sure all that's pretty uniform. And then save photos that are saved as keywords and geotags. So again, if I wanted to rank for roofing Coral Springs, I would save that as a keyword, and I might pick, let's say Tesco equipment right here and geotag it for that location. And they'll think that you did a service or a roof at that location. And it's just a good way to really show Google like where your service area, what how often you're doing jobs, where you're doing jobs, and it really helps in ranking there. And last but not least, really continue to build and grow your Google business or your website. Excuse me. Um, you have 97 referring domains, which is great. That's a good start. And referring domains is really where you're going to get your power from. And specifically, you want do follow links, right? You want to make sure of both, but do follow links are the ones that are going to send you power and improve this numerical value here. And typically, what you want to be is 20s, 30s, 40s, and you'd like to see a 1-to-1 ratio. So since this is a 29, you'd like to see that somewhere near a 29. And just to show you what that looks like in your competition, this is Tiger Team. Okay, not quite the 1-to-1 ratio, and actually a little bit smaller in terms of the UR rating. About the same referring domains and about the same do follow links. But as you can see here, where you're getting 55 clicks a month, they're getting 10 times that amount, and they're getting a lot of traffic value because they're ranking for really good things. So I feel like those three things specifically would really help in boosting you up and getting you more traffic. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions, comments, concerns. We would love to get your feedback. My contact information is in the email. I also have a link to our Google Calendar where myself or my business partner, Jackie, will get back to you at whatever time you schedule. So with that, have a great day and God bless.